Okay. So Act talking about this time. Act talking about why the feds won't give Diddy a 10-year plea. 10 years? They won't give him 10. They're gonna try to condemn him, try to lock him down for life. Because at this point he's 50. So life could literally could be 10 years from now. Life could be 15, 20 years from now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's 50 something. So life is kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna do the math on life. Be like, all right, we only gotta hold it for like 20 years. How many meals? How much this? They can calculate it and be like, oh yeah, that's cheap. Let's hold it. Damn. I wonder if they do the math on stuff like that. Like how long? They definitely do the math on stuff like that. That's tough. But yeah, let's see why they won't give him the 10 years, man. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell.
If it goes to trial, think about that.
Well,
there might be a plea deal that he accepts.
Well, it looks like he's posturing for a trial when they're saying, "Hey, this is meant to influence a jury."
Well, right, because everyone prepares for a trial in the worst case. But when they say the feds have a 98% conviction rate, they're counting all the plea deals. Hey, they're not saying in court they have a 98% conviction rate. That's not true.
Hey, I don't think he's taking a plea. I think he's going to go. You got to go balls to the wall. I looked at this case, and I looked at R. Kelly's two other Fed cases, which he both got found guilty on.
Right, but just to note, and I looked up this as well, R. Kelly went to prison for underage girls.
Not necessarily.
That was part of the case.
So
that was absolutely part of the case.
No, okay.
Once you throw in underage girls, because sex trafficking, flying girls who are of age, it's not a huge deal. Once you throw an underage girl,
that's where you're wrong. I'm going to break down the cases because I've heard so many. I have both indictments. He got indicted in Chicago. There was 13 counts. Most of them had to do with him having sex with underage girl. Apparently, he even filmed him having sex with a 15-year-old. Right?
Jeez.
Half of those. So he got 13 counts there. 7 of them were dismissed. Or he was found not guilty, not dismissed. So he was found not guilty. He was found guilty on 6 of them. Here's the relevant part of what I'm trying to say. None of those charges mirror Diddy's charges. That was child pornography charges, filming yourself in sexual conduct with a minor. Okay, so he got found guilty of 6 of 13. 7 got not guilty. Where he got the bigger sentence is New York, Eastern District, not Southern like Diddy, but New York didn't come with them about minors. They didn't come with minors, Vlad, trust. New York came with sex trafficking, moving women across state lines. Actually, there was one charge about minors cross state line. But still, he got found guilty on all 9 charges in New York.
Sheesh.
That gave him the 30 years. In the Chicago, gave him 25.
No, Chicago, he got 20. So R. Kelly was sentenced to 20 years in prison on child sexual abuse convictions. So basically, the jury convicted him on 3 charges of producing child sexual abuse images and 3 charges of enticement of minors for sex. Okay, that's all underage stuff.
Wait, hold on.
This is not what Diddy's going through right now.
But
once you throw in kids, listen, once you throw in kids,
no, Vlad, you're missing the point, though. You're missing the point.
Go ahead.
The point of what I'm saying is that everything in Chicago with the kids is being ran concurrently with the bigger sentence, which is in New York. That sentence in New York is the Diddy charges: sex trafficking, moving across state line for the purpose of prostitution, force into sex trafficking, racketeering. That gave him 30 years. You know he's serving 30, not 20. So the 20 is being ran concurrently. So all them kid sex tapes he got, that's in Chicago. In New York, they got him for sex trafficking. That's what they're going at Diddy for, right? So if they don't find no minors, they can still get their 30 years if we're thinking that if he falls the same way as R. Kelly. And this is the point. They're not going to give that guy a plea, right? They're not going to give him a plea when they've put you at the head of a racketeering operation. We don't know who else they're going to name. They're not going to give you a plea. So if you ask me, Diddy's going to go forward and he's going to go either beat the case or if he blows trial, he's going to get that 30 years.
Sheesh.
Right. So I actually looked it up. So the jury in Brooklyn, this is the
Why is Black fighting so hard? Why he want to be right so bad? What's up?
Fed case, found him guilty on all 9 counts of a superseding
All
indictment,
9. Yep, exactly.
charging him with racketeering,
Exactly. Diddy got that too.
predicated on criminal conduct, including sexual exploitation of children.
Okay. No. What? So hold on. So wait. Let me explain that charge.
Forced labor, Mann Act violations involving the coercion, transportation of women and girls in interstate commerce to engage in illegal sexual activity.
Yet
the children part, the exploitation of children, I think that's what really buried him.
Well, here's the thing. All of that. So the way they do a racketeering charge, you're either guilty or not guilty of a racketeering charge. They have acts that lead up to the racketeering charge. Obviously, with R. Kelly as the kids, but with Diddy, they're gonna say artists. They're gonna say all type of things beneath it. A racketeering charge is a racketeering charge. Okay, and there's a mandatory minimum. So if Diddy, if he gets the racketeering charge, he's gone for at least 20.
Yeah.
Right. So obviously, when it comes to Kelly, they probably put on a little extra 10 for the kids, clearly. But it's the same. It's kind of like very similar, right? We just don't have the kids yet with Diddy. So there's no way they're going to give him a plea. They will look ridiculous if they gave him a plea. It's a racketeering situation.
Yeah, but look, we thought that Young Thug would never get a plea. We never thought Young Thug would get time
Fulton County
served.
and we could. I'm hoping
we'll get into this later. I'm just
Fulton
saying,
County is horrific.
At the end of the day, you may not plan to give someone a plea deal if you're a prosecutor, but as the trial progresses, a plea deal could happen up until the jury verdict. It could happen at any point.
We've never, again, we got to compare it to other cases of this magnitude. Did Harvey Weinstein get a plea deal?
No.
Did Jeffrey Epstein get a plea deal? I mean, did Nygaard make it to here? Like, all of these people are in line with what they're saying about.
I see what you're saying.
They're not going to be like, you know why? It would be such a, people would feel like justice wasn't reached if you give this guy, like, and think about this. If he's facing, say, 20 to 30, right? If he blows trial, what are you going to give him that he could take? So in his mind, I don't know if they're at that stage yet, but his lawyer's going to sit down with him and say, hey, check this out. This is probably all going to be, even if you get found, by the way, it's 3 counts. Remember, R. Kelly had 9, but whatever. So if you get found, obviously it's going to be superseding indictment, but anyway, if you get found guilty on all these charges, they're probably going to run them all concurrently. And the biggest sentence is probably going to be the one you serve. You're probably going to have to do 20 to 30, right? What plea you think he could take or would take?
10.
Why the hell would they give him that?
But if he gets offered 10, he'll probably take it. Don't you think?
No, of course.
Yeah.
No, of course.
But you're saying they're not going to give it to him.
Because it would look crazy. You did all of this. He's going to be out in 8 years. What? So they have to go balls to the wall with this, right?
Yeah.
Now, what I do think is going to happen, and I keep telling people, right? And I keep telling, there's these Young Thug fans, like they were on a couple fan pages. They're like, yo, Ak, you said on Vlad that Thug was going to get found guilty. And I said, well, he didn't get found innocent.
Right, no.
Yo, he took a plea. He pled guilty.
You are found guilty. You're admitting to the guilt.
So for them,
right. Yeah.
And by the way, I actually believe that Thug, because, the IQ level, especially in the Black community, is pretty low. Like, I can say it respectfully, hip-hop community. They'll be like, Thug beat a RICO. No, he did not. Pled guilty.
He pled guilty to the RICO.
He pled guilty to one charge with the gang activity, and he pled nolo contendere for him being in the leadership position. But we haven't seen a rapper or any high-profile person go against this racketeering RICO statute. Doesn't fail. We've never seen it fail.
Murder Inc.
They got slapped with a RICO and they defeated it?
You see. I know they beat the feds in trial.
Youngboy beat the feds in trial. What we're talking about is racketeering.
Okay, so the charge against Murder Inc., drug trafficking, money laundering, and conspiracy to commit money laundering.
It's not
RICO.
Not RICO.
Okay.
RICO.
I got you.
And that's what I was saying about the RICO when it came to R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Because the top charge is the RICO. They throw 15 other things like the Mann Act is?
Yeah.
The Mann Act is do you know what it is? Or
It's human slavery, right?
yes,
Yeah.
it's called the White Slave
White
Slave Owner
yeah,
Act.
exactly.
And they really got that with R. Kelly because supposedly R. Kelly, and it's a very broad and vague act, but he supposedly purposely exposed these women to him having herpes.
Whoa,
And
Kels.
that is now a deplorable type of act that when you're transporting people, even if they're not slaves, it is within the confines of that act. So they just throw it under the RICO. Then they have prostitution. Throw it under the RICO. Kids, throw it under. You can't beat it. How the hell you gonna beat that? Yo, the RICO, I'm telling you, the RICO is once they hit you with the RICO, I'm telling you, unless you legitimately had nothing to, you got to be legitimately innocent. Like legitimately to beat that shit.
Dang. See, I mean, them white boys beat it. That biker gang did beat it. Because they zip their lips, they ain't say nothing. So they beat it. But yeah, he ain't lying. He ain't lying. That is kind of tough. Damn, Diddy. I don't know. He might be able to kind of, you know what I'm saying? Might be able to duck it. You know what I mean? He might be able to, We'll see, man. We'll see. I like when Ak and Vlad get together. I like this. It's one of my favorite things. I like when they do this, man. Anyway, y'all like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Put y'all opinions in them comments, and we'll be back with another one. Man. We out.